GTA 6's extended look is coming out on 27th of August. Yes, you heard that right, guys. Now, I know, I'm a little bit late to the party. I'm 1 week late. But me and Nigel, we've been a little bit busy. Isn't that true?
That is true, Manny, but I'm so excited.
Yeah, I know, Nigel. I'm pretty excited too. But you know what? Let's get straight into it. The first thing I want to discuss is this whole Netflix thing. So if you guys haven't heard already, this extended look is actually going to be premiering on Netflix before it actually hits YouTube, which I find is pretty interesting. Why have they done that? Well, my guess is as good as yours. But what I do know is it's a huge push for obviously subscriptions, for people to obviously get a Netflix subscription if they haven't. I know, like, I think it's 6 hours later, they will pop it on their YouTube channel, on the Rockstar YouTube channel as well. So if you don't have Netflix, don't worry, you will still be able to see it. But saying that, you'll probably be able to see it a little bit earlier anyway, because people are probably going to be uploading their thoughts so much quicker on YouTube. So don't worry if you haven't got Netflix. I promise people are going to be uploading their opinions really quickly, including myself as well. So make sure you hit the subscribe button, comment, like, and put the whole notification thingy bob on. Now, this is actually going to be shown at 12 p.m. Pacific time, but here in the UK, that is going to be 8 p.m. for us GMT. So make sure you guys tune into Netflix at that time. Now, Take-Two CEO Strauss Zelnick appeared on CNBC for an interview about GTA 6 and about some other things as well. But we only want to talk about GTA 6, so there were a few things he said. He did speak about the pre-orders being pretty successful, that they smashed out the park. He also spoke about the delay in GTA 6 and why it was delayed. But something that stood out to me was some of the wording he used about GTA 6. And his exact words were, quote unquote, trying to create the best thing anyone's ever seen in entertainment. So yeah, big words, right? And I guess that we're going to be the judge of that when we see the extended look on the 27th of August. Now, the big question is, what will they be showing? Now, I personally think they're going to be showing us a ton of gameplay, whether that's going to be free roam or even early missions. Hopefully, these guys don't spoil it and put something like a mid-mission in there. I don't think they'll do that anyway, so we're pretty safe on that front. I would like to see basic things like just the basic mechanics of how things work, from driving mechanics to weapons as well, free roaming, running around, randomly punching people, having a look at those physics there as well. I think that'll be really cool. I want to see the animations at work as well. And I don't know about you guys, but I think it'll be really cool to see the animations of specific animals as well, because we've seen a ton of animals that are going to be in here, whether they're flamingos or they're going to be like huge alligators and stuff like that. I just want to see how they're moving and how they interact with the world. I think that'll be pretty cool. Now, something that I'm actually more excited about, and fingers crossed they actually show this, I really want to see how much of Leonida is sort of enterable. How much can we sort of go into buildings and explore the interiors and stuff like that. Don't know if that made sense, but you get what I'm trying to come at. Look, GTA 5 was pretty cool. We got to enter things like gas stations or petrol stations. I'm in the UK, so we call them petrol stations. And yeah, they looked cool. We could rob the store. It was pretty funny. There was also some other things that or other places, I should say, that we could enter in GTA 5. But obviously, it still felt a little bit cramped. It didn't feel like there was a lot of enterable buildings. Yes, I know online we could do a little bit more. So when we was playing the multiplayer aspect, there were more businesses we could buy. There was more things we could actually do and sort of enter into those buildings. But still, it was a little bit cramped, like I said. And yes, I know it came out in 2013. So a lot has changed since then. And to be fair, for 2013, that was, you know, the game was a game changer. Full stop. We know it broke the records. But now what I want to see in this extended look, I really hope, like I said, fingers crossed, they're showing us those interiors. Now, we can sit here for ages talking about gameplay, all the little small mechanics and stuff like that, but I want to run through this list pretty quickly. What else do I think that we're going to actually see in the extended look? Well, because it's on Netflix, I think there's going to be some sort of like documentary type-esque thingy bob going on. Now, does that mean we're going to sort of see behind the scenes? Because I think that would be pretty cool. I want to sort of have a look at the development of GTA 6. Again, I think a lot of viewers want to see that as well. Because GTA 5 came out so long ago, I think it'll be pretty nice for them to show us their sort of development cycle, or, you know, their sort of plan, their roadmap that they had going forward. It'll be really cool to see pre-alpha gameplay. So maybe those leaks a few years ago, I think it was back in 2022, 23, I can't remember, whenever it was. Maybe we can see those initial ideas and sort of how they've changed over time. And that actually leads me on to point number 3, and that's Jason and Lucia and this sort of love story, or their story. Look, we've already had trailer 1 and trailer 2, and they've shown a lot, they have, but we haven't had too much information on Jason or Lucia. We don't know why Lucia was in prison. We don't know much about Jason either. So hopefully we get to obviously see a little bit more of that in this whole extended look thing. But I want to get to know the characters a little bit more, considering we're going to be probably playing this for the next, I don't know, 15 years of our lives. I want to know, you know, where my time is going to be invested in. Who is Jason? Who is Lucia? What is their backstory? Do you think that we're going to get some sort of like voiceover in the documentary that will sort of tell us the story or some sort of background about them? I'm not sure. I might be pushing it a little bit there, but you know, we don't know. Anything's going to be possible. I mean, who thought that GTA 6 extended look will be on Netflix? So just that alone, it tells us that anything's possible. Well, now we've spoken about gameplay, we've spoken about behind the scenes and Jason and Lucia and this sort of story. What else would I like to see? Well, I would like to see more of Leonida. Currently, we haven't seen much of the map at all. We have seen a little bit about, you know, Vice City itself, some images and some video footage of Everglades, again relating back to trailers 1 and 2 and stuff. But I want to actually see gameplay in that area. So this is sort of related to like point number 1, but it's just more exploration of the map. Again, Everglades, I want to see the keys as well. I want to see the new updated Vice City. Ambrosia, you know what? I want to see actually a little bit out of the main area, or quote unquote out of the main Vice City or Miami area. Show us the forests, show us the rural areas. That's what I want to see. I want to see how life is happening in those areas, because look, in cities life can get busy. You know, they can have a lot of cars there, a lot of people, NPCs running around going crazy, but what will they do to keep us busy in those sort of rural areas, the sort of the woods and the forests and stuff like that? What can they add? Will they be adding some Easter eggs in there? You know, is there something special about those areas, the quieter areas? We're just going to have to wait and see. Look, guys, at the end of the day, there's just so many things I think everyone wants to see. You know, I haven't even touched up on like how the gangs and stuff are going to be working, how character switching is going to be working, how the vehicle mechanics are going to be sort of shown to us. There's still a big list, but obviously I won't be able to get everything in this video. Otherwise, the video is going to be way too long, and I don't want to take up too much of your time, and neither do I want to go through editing such a long video. August 27th is just around the corner, guys, so make sure you hit that subscribe button, give me a like, drop a comment down below. Tell me what you guys want to see and what you think is going to be shown, because I really want to hear it from all you guys. I'm going to be reading through all the comments as well, so get involved. Make sure you subscribe, because I will be touching on so many different topics. All right, guys, I'll catch you in the next one.